last time on Fightbox.
And Nail's in hot pursuit here. Get out of the way, Zombie. And there is Kodiak. And this is all about the Raider. Magnificent punches.
Fightbox.
Welcome to Fightbox. Tonight we've got 4 more contestants who are going to see their warriors come to life right here in the Fightbox arena.
But only one will come out intact.
Now they're all fighting for the chance to see their warrior join the elite ranks of the heroes of the Fightbox. Here they are, the Sentients. Let's hear it for Nail! He's smoking, it's Vesuvius!
Kodiak!
She's perky, it's Pearl!
And he's huge, it's Big George!
Now, those 6 Sentients are all past Fightbox champions, and now they've all achieved freedom and immortality.
But to join them, the challengers face quite a tough route. 2 eliminator rounds, and then a single combat showdown.
So let's get on with it. Let's meet our first competitor, and she is Claire Duncan from Castleford. How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm ready to win.
Get relaxed. Now, listen, I heard you like going out. What do you like doing when you go out?
Drinking and dancing.
What a surprise. I think the rest of them can agree with you. OK, so, Claire, what is the name of your warrior?
Dunks.
Let's bring on Dunks. So the name, Claire?
It was my nickname at school, so I thought I'd just stick with it.
OK, so she looks pretty fit. No weapons, I see.
No, she just does it with her fists.
Really?
Yeah, a fist in her face. Yes.
She's a tough one. OK, let's give it up for Claire and Dunks.
We've met our first contestant. Let's meet our second one. Nicole Gowlock from Manchester. Hi, Nicole, how you doing?
You all right?
I'm very good. Now, I hear you're a very busy lady. You not only run a family, a household, you also run a band as well.
Yeah.
OK, so what do you do when you want to kill the stress?
I usually go on the computer games because it chills me out a bit.
It's a bit violent, though, isn't it, sometimes?
I know, but it gets rid of the stress, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Let's say about your warrior. What's your warrior's name?
Ickleminx.
Ickleminx. Let's bring out Ickleminx. Well, the audience seem to like Ickleminx. What's special about Ickleminx?
He's a mean, lean fighting machine, or she, rather.
Oh, you see,
Trying to make it a she.
You weren't sure, were you? Where'd the name come from?
I chose Ickleminx because Ickle being like a cute little pussycat, but Minx because don't get on the wrong side of me because I can get my claws out when I want to.
I'm scared already. Let's say it for Nicole and Ickleminx.
First up in the pod tonight, it's Claire Duncan, who's going to play Duel. So the arena is set up for the first warrior, Dunks. And the Sentients are ready too. They're going to do battle, but they are vulnerable if the warrior can pick up weapons and special attacks from behind the 2 force fields. And they'll only be attacking 1 Sentient at a time. But here we've got the super confident Pearl. On the far side, the ruthless she-devil Nail. And we've got Big George as well in the middle. Anything could happen. Well, Claire Duncan is looking very, very nervous, but there is a special weapon, and Dunks picks it up cleanly, so out comes Pearl. And this is a ball of lightning. 1 point for that one punch, and 5 points for hitting Pearl with a special weapon, but Pearl gets her own back. Now it's Nail's turn. And a new weapon has been picked up. This is for lightning damage. And Dunks is picking up good points here. And Nail just stands there and takes it. And Dunks has picked up another special weapon to attack Nail with, and scores again. Very good scoring, but here comes Big George. Nail got one in there. And Dunks has picked up a special attack here, so big points on offer, and scores 10 points. That is superb. Big George is just laughing about it, and corners Dunks. Oh, takes Dunks down with a big right hand, tries to kick Dunks as well. Oh, there goes the klaxon. That was a good effort by Claire Duncan, and 30 points scored by Dunks. That was a good solid round of duel. Dunks actually managing to catch Pearl standing still to get a good punch in. And then along came George, a special attack, and big points for Dunks before George got his own back.
Let's see how Nicole gets on with Ickle Minx.
Well, it's certainly a pretty good points total that Ickle Minx has to accumulate now, but immediately going after Pearl with that special weapon, but only a single point given. And actually running in the wrong direction, and the time will run out for that special weapon in just a moment. He's got to score with it, and does so this time. So away goes Ickle Minx once more. And it's still Pearl who's doing acrobatics, but here comes Big George. And that was a good hit. And another. And this is tremendous scoring by Ickle Minx, my goodness. And surely Big George is not going to let the Warrior get away with this. No, and thank you. Ickle Minx down on the deck. And so Ickle Minx retreats. That's enough of that, but he's coming back for more. It's very good points indeed. 35 at the moment, but Nail is out. Nail takes one, takes two, and lays into Ickle Minx. And Pearl is getting involved as well. This is ruthless by the Sentients, and it's totally outside the rules as well. And there goes the klaxon. What a disgraceful display by the Sentients at the end. But Ickle Minx has got a big 6-point lead now, and the Sentients are not finished. Big George and Nail, and here comes Pearl. Get back on your perch. That really was a great round from Ickle Minx, who even managed to catch the phenomenal Pearl by surprise. But right at the end, the Sentients totally lost the plot and absolutely laid into Ickle Minx. It's still very close, but Ickle Minx in the lead by 6.
Creators Nicole and Claire. Now, girls, that looked really hard to me. How did you find it, Nicole?
It was really hard.
Yeah?
It really was.
It was a tough one, wasn't it? What about the Sentients? Which one intimidated you the most?
I think Nail.
Nail?
Definitely.
That's a woman, you know.
That's what I'd say as well.
Really?
Nail, yeah.
Nail is scaring everybody up here, but it looks like I'm missing out. What's going on over there, Trevor?
We are happening over here. Guess who I found? I found Nicole's sister's got a few words of advice for her.
I have, OK. Just keep calm, look them in the eye, and don't punch till you see the white of their eyes.
Brilliant advice. But you know what, Nicole? If you don't do that, you may get crushed. Let's play the next Eliminator.
It's Conquest, and the Warriors play on a constantly changing field of tiles which they must conquer by stepping on them. Dunks turning her tiles red. And Ickle Minx turns hers blue. There are lots of other dangers amongst the tiles, but most of all, the biggest danger is Banshee.
So, Banshee, what are you going to do to the challengers today? Vicious. I like it.
And Ickle Minx nearest the camera, a slender lead from that first eliminator, and just dives off the tiles. Well, that was extraordinary, and Dunks has done it as well. And so both Claire Duncan and Nicole are having a bit of a problem here. And Banshee has got across there to try and get Dunks out and down, and she does so. So a real tentative start. No real advantage to either of the warriors, and Banshee absolutely flies over towards Ickle Minx, and Ickle Minx has gone again. And Dunks is just picking up points nice and relaxed here. 1 or 2 red tiles on the board. Made a big jump there, and back comes Ickle Minx. And Ickle Minx has got it all to do, but Banshee absolutely flattened her there. And both of the warriors are down. In fact, everybody's gone. Well, can you believe it? No points scored. And Ickle Minx has won it with the score from the first eliminator. And I have to say, that was a bit lucky. Well, neither player was ever going to have an easy time of it with Banshee up there. But it was Dunks who put in the most impressive performance, building up a sizable lead, before both of them made a mistake and both of them went crashing down to the arena floor. Well, we know what happens next. It's destruction time. And Banshee is getting ready. Oh, a big kick to the middle. And Dunks just falls apart at the seams. Goodbye to Claire Duncan. And Ickle Minx has made it through.
Nicole, somehow you have scraped into our final. Is this just a warm-up for the big one?
Yeah, it's definitely just a warm-up.
Let's hear it for Nicole and Ickle Minx.
You tried.
And I failed.
You did fail. You are tonight's first loser. Take the walk.
Loser.
Tall, dark and extremely dangerous, Banshee is the sinister mistress of the arena. Survive her spinning blade attack and you just might be a worthy champion. But for the unworthy, only one fate awaits, as Banshee makes sure that only the very best can survive. For Banshee, mayhem is a very, very serious business indeed. That noise could loosen your grandmother's dentures. Let's look at the next of tonight's challengers. It's Ben Greenall from Edinburgh. How you doing, Ben?
I'm very well, thank you.
Confident?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Now, I know you're studying forensics, is that right?
Well, I've just graduated in medical microbiology, but I'm hoping to get into hoping to get into forensics at the end of it.
It's a bit complicated for this lot up there, you know what they're like. But what's the name of your warrior?
Craven.
Let's bring out Craven. By the time Craven's finished with this lot, there may be a crime scene to investigate, mate. Why'd you call it Craven?
Well, it's a bit of a secret to myself, I'm afraid, so...
You what?
I might tell you in later rounds if I...
Oh, if you progress, you may tell me.
In the semis, I might tell you.
Any special weapons?
Well, a bit of an all-rounder. Got ice as a feet, fire as a hand, and sharp objects to slice and dice.
Oh, this could be good. Let's hear it for Ben and Craven.
Contestant tonight, and here's Steve B from Canterbury. Hello, Steve.
Hi there.
Now, somebody told me that you collect comics.
Yes, I do.
How many do you have?
Over 3,000.
Wow, that's a big collection.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite comic?
Web of Spider-Man issue 1.
Ooh, is that worth a bit of...
It certainly is.
So let's bring on your warrior. What's his name?
Dartex.
Let's bring on Dartex. Tell me, what were you trying to achieve with Dartex then?
I just wanted something sleek and quick. It's just like a dart, really.
I like it. Pretty sweet looking warrior. We wish you the best of luck tonight. Let's give it up for Steve and Dartex.
So here we go with Ben Greenall, and he's going to be playing Demolition. Well, there is Craven. And in Demolition, the warrior has to smash apart the giant blocks and release whatever is trapped inside. It could be something useful, but it could be a sentient. I have to say, Craven looks pretty useful. He's a bit ugly, but that is the first 5 points. It's 5 points for each block that's destroyed, and that looked very easy indeed, and there goes the second. And no zombies, no sentients yet, so life looks pretty comfortable, but there is Kodiak. Comes out with a left hand and absolutely flattens Craven. Waves to the crowd as well, and Ben Greenall knows he's up against it now, and there is a zombie. And 5 points if you can destroy the zombie. But Ben Greenall and Craven deciding to go for the 5 points on the block, but Kodiak absolutely smashed Craven to the ground. And Big George is out as well. Now then, Kodiak racing around the arena. Big George, he's like a giant sloth, but he's got his hands full with Kodiak at the moment. But this is still a very impressive score by Craven. And George has decked the zombie. The klaxon goes. Half a century of points for Ben Greenall. It certainly was a very quick start by Craven, scoring very good points early on. He just kept going despite Kodiak chasing him all over the arena. 50 points on the board.
Nicely played from Ben and Craven. Let's see how Steve and Dartex do on demolition.
Well, Dartex has got similar statistics to Craven, but what a score he's got to try and beat. And away we go with Dartex. His multicoloured leggings. I don't know if they're going to help him, and already he's got a zombie. And going toe-to-toe, head-to-head with a zombie, kicking him and punching him. But still can't score the 5 points, but he has now. Well, after a slow start, over to the next giant block. And picks up some health there. That may help him later on when the sentients come out. So 15 points on the board, and there is Kodiak. A straight left hand, like a raging bull or a raging zebra, if you like. But Dartex is still going pretty well. He's got to get out of the way of Kodiak, though. Don't know what Kodiak is pointing at, but there's an extra 5 points as well. And Dartex doing exactly the right thing, running away from Kodiak, but Big George comes out and lands a left hand as well. Well, the two sentients having a bit of a laugh and a giggle. And Kodiak flattens Dartex. Oh, Big George and Kodiak are awesome when they get going. And what can he do here? He's got the extra 5 points right on the hooter. And Stephen B just lifts his eyebrows up to say, I couldn't quite do it, but I've got an extra 5 points. 45 scored. I think Big George liked that. A little slap on the back for Kodiak. I'm not sure Kodiak liked it, though. Come on, this is not fair. The big fella, Big George, was just playing. Well, Dartex made a solid start, managing to take out the zombie warrior. But once Kodiak entered and started taking turns with Big George at dishing out the treatment, things got a lot more difficult. What a cracking start. Craven 50 points, Dartex 45.
I'm up there with the guys. It's been a very exciting eliminator. Steve, you're a little bit behind, but you did okay, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Very good.
Ben, what about you? How you feeling?
I put in a bit of effort, but I just wanted to test the water, see how we coped. Set a limit for him to get to, anyway.
You can see these guys have got very, very high standards. Enough for the guys. Let's go and see some girls. Lisa.
It's this Foxy Chick night up here in the audience. How you doing? So who's your favourite?
Mine's Ben and Craven because I like his warrior.
Ooh! What about you?
I like Ben and Craven, but I like his long hair.
They liking you. What about the sentients? Now tell me, who is your favourite sentient?
I like Big George because he's a big friendly giant and he's all cuddly and lovely.
Oh, George's got some fans. What about you?
I quite like Nail, but she's a bit scary.
She is a girl and she is very, very vicious. Well, one of our guys is going to get splattered. Let's see who it is in the next eliminator.
The sentients are stood on podiums. They will slowly come down to the floor. And the Warriors can slow their descent by finding and smashing apart the flooding cubes. Dartex takes on the red cubes and Craven takes on the blue. They will, of course, score points as well for those cubes. But when the Sentients do come down, they're guaranteed a massive battle, especially as we've got Vesuvius and Banshee. So Craven on the right-hand side, he's the first to move. This 5-point lead from the first eliminator, but it's Dartex who gets the first 5-pointer. And Craven has run through the middle of the arena there, picking up a 3-point block. And that is good value for Craven, but Dartex having a real problem with that red cube. I'm not sure what Craven was doing over there at that point. Little smile there from Stephen B. And there goes, oh, well, what on earth was Dartex doing helping out Craven destroy that cube? That was very strange indeed, and the Sentients almost on the arena floor now, and Banshee lays out Craven. And again, a quick knee in the groin there, and Ben Greenall absolutely disgusted with himself, and Stephen B can't stop smiling. But Vesuvius laid one on the back of Dartex there, the mighty Vesuvius. But all the time, Craven is picking up the 3-pointers, and Vesuvius decks Dartex again. 350 kilos of smouldering lava. And the Sentients are doing pretty well here, but at the moment, Craven is absolutely piling on the points. Terrific speed by Craven. And Ben Greenall reckons he's won it. I'll tell you what, he's absolutely right. That was a great game from both warriors. But once the Sentients did reach the arena, they started making things a lot more difficult. But both warriors managed to keep moving, picking up points, right until the very end. The final score, Craven 95, Dartex 84. And Vesuvius is pointing the finger of fate at Dartex, and Stephen B can't look. Here it comes. Oh, and Vesuvius with the double hammer blow, and Dartex is all over the place. It's all over for Stephen B.
Ben, so far you definitely have been the star of the show. You're going to tell me what Craven stands for now?
Well, I'll tell you when I win at the end. I'll leave a bit of suspense hanging for the audience.
He's a confident one, isn't he? Let's hear it for Ben and Craven.
Steve, Vesuvius finished you off with a double pile driver. Now that's got to hurt.
It hurt like hell.
So what are you still doing here? You should be walking in shame. Off you go, Steve.
Both warriors have taken an awful lot of punishment on their way to this final battle. Ickelming's got flattened for her troubles in duel, and took plenty of dives in conquest. While Craven was on the receiving end of a lot from Kodiak in demolition. And not forgetting from Banshee in panic. So it's Nicole Gowanlock and Ickelming's up against Ben Greenall and Craven.
Exciting part of the show. We're up here, we're almost into showdown.
Are we ready for it, Nicole? Are you going to take him on?
I'm going to kick his backside.
Yeah, well, that's all I'm going to say.
Ben, what are you going to say to that?
How can I reply? I mean, I've shown how I can move on the arena. Now I'm going to show how I destroy you.
Nicole. Okay, guys.
Off you go,
positions.
mate. Off you go. Some real big talk there. Our two challengers, one marching off to glory, one marching off to doom.
Now, both these guys qualified for the tournament by downloading their fight kits from BBC i.
And after months of creating and training their warriors, one is going to disappear into little bits before their very eyes.
Oh, yeah, let's get it on. It's time for Showdown.
Well, certainly Ickelming's is the heavier of the two warriors, but look at that, Craven getting in a couple of big punches early on. And Craven is all over the place. Pearl is getting involved. Now, Nail and Pearl should be just patrolling the outside of the arena to make sure we get a fair fight. I'm not quite sure why Pearl got stuck in there, but it's game on and Nail is getting stuck in too. Ickleminx is having all sorts of problems. Craven lands a left fist. That was a real hammer blow there. Now then, it's back to the centre. Craven up against Ickleminx, standing toe-to-toe, and a big hit there with the left hand again from Craven. And Craven is picking up health bonuses as well. So this is looking bad for Ickleminx. The head has gone down. And absolutely flying is Craven at the moment. Whoa! That was fantastic by Ben Greenall. And Craven stands over Ickleminx and is totally victorious. Well, I hate to say it, but this really was Craven's fight all the way. Moving around the arena incredibly quickly and always on the offensive. And really taking the battle to Ickleminx, who rarely had time to recover. And that gave Craven a well-deserved victory.
No, you're missing one word, Lisa. Clinical.
Clinical. So, Nicole, you put up a good fight, but it just wasn't good enough. Take the walk of shame.
Loser.
Do you know what? Even her sister was calling her a loser there. Ben, are we going to find out what Craven stands for?
Well, as I say, in the finals when I come back.
Ooh.
Let's hear it for Ben and Craven, tonight's winner.
Have made it through, but who will they be meeting in the quarterfinals?
Next time we'll have some more challengers putting their creations to the ultimate test right here in the Fightbox arena.
Oh yes, there can only be one person getting the fame and lots of people with the shame.
So it's goodbye from us.
See ya.
See ya.
Next time on Fightbox.
And Vesuvius is between her and the top of the helix now and goes down, but she's got to the top, maximum points. Well, it's Nail up against Doomgoth, and Doomgoth has got to do something now, but Doomgoth has gone down, and so is Nail. What is going on?